saw you speak at Indiaspora in India,
Okay.
and you gave a wonderful, impassioned speech that we actually broadcast on Diya TV in the U.S. about not just your rise to being the chairman of Panera Brands, but obviously your personal family story. So, take folks for people who don't know your personal story about how you've gotten to this juncture in your life. Just explain to people what it took to get to where you are.
Well, on the professional side, I've spent close to 40 years in the hospitality business, primarily food retail, working with global brands like Yum Brands for 25 years, then Krispy Kreme, and then recently Panera Bread and Caribou Coffee, Einstein Bagels. So it's been an incredibly inspiring journey. I've learned a lot, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that I've had. On the personal side, married to my childhood sweetheart, who I met when she was 14. Married for 35 years. But I've lost two of my children along the way. Tanya, who passed away when she was 8, and Aisha when she was 18. But I have a son who's 31 and who's a musician and lives in New York. So, as with everybody else, lots of ups and downs in both my personal and professional life. But my desire is always to keep walking, keep moving, keep walking, keep doing the best that I can every single day.
How have you stayed so resilient? I think that's what I took away when I heard this story for the first time. I was just amazed at your ability to move forward despite such enormous loss.
Well, I think in some ways I didn't have a choice, right? I mean, and I think when you suffer such unimaginable loss and you still have a life to live, I think you have to find a way to move forward. And the way in which I've done that is first learning to accept what is beyond my control, forgiving myself, for having failed my daughters. Then importantly, to learn to love myself again, and then to create hope by thinking about how I can serve others. And if I'm serving others, then there's still a lot to be done. And I think if you have hope and there's a mission that you have, that gives you the strength to get up and walk again.
Any other parting words you have for us about your world in business, your experience? Because it is not easy to become the chair of a company of the size that you're running now.
I would say for any business, the role of a leader has to be to first articulate the purpose. What is it that we're trying to achieve? Because I really think that an organization is nothing but a human experience in pursuit of creating value. So you have to define that purpose in a way that it inspires people. Then you define the strategy in terms of how will you win? What is it that you're uniquely good at? And then you create the organizational architecture to execute that strategy by ensuring you have the right people, the right structure, the right process, the right culture. That is the job of a leader. And once you've defined all of that, you need to really step up and really inspire the entire organization to follow the path that you have created. That to me is how you create enterprise value. And finally, I passionately believe that leadership is a privilege, and leaders of the future would do very well by thinking about this being an opportunity to have a broader impact on the world around us, not just enterprise value, but also people, community, and planet. And I passionately believe that that's very, very important for the future.
Really, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.